Olivet Nazarene University, a campus known for its academic integrity and strong Christian values. In the heart of Bourbonnais, Illinois, partying is halted as students strive to reach their academic goals. Except for one group.
This that China white with the arm and hammer, Mr. Automatic, I need all the cameras. Hit the game with some new approaches, got 300 styles and they all adaptive. Not 21, but I feel a savage, rolling with the punches like the money team. Day to day, keep it to myself, cause the cup they sippin' ain't my cup of tea.
Chapman Hall, the oldest dorm building on the campus of Olivet Nazarene University. Built in 1940, this building has been said to exemplify the freshman college experience. But who really are the Chapmen? Today, we sit down with members of the Olivet family to answer this very question.
What makes Chapman Chapman? I feel like if people describe Chapman, they literally just say it's Chapman. Like, you just have to be there to experience it.
Chapman's the fun dorm. That's basically how I explain it. Because I think some people have a negative connotation of Chapman, like, oh, it's the frat house, or oh, it's like the one with all the athletes.
There's a lot more athletes in Chapman than there are in Nesbitt, for sure.
When I initially think of Chapman, I think of loud.
There's moments of quiet, not a whole lot.
Are you ready?
And what makes Chapman Chapman is really just like the random fun things that we do at all hours of the day.
Oh my God.
Just random things happen. Whether it's like some sort of sport in the hallway or just randomly throwing things at exit signs. It's just so random. You never know what you're gonna get.
I'd walk out in the hall at 3 a.m. and I'd see guys yelling and running up and down the halls, but it's that's my home now.
Today, we asked resident director Ben Hansen to give us a tour of his home.
All right, so this is Chapman first floor. It's usually not as quiet as this. Usually there's a lot of traffic because you have to go through first floor to get to every other floor. So that's pretty much all of first floor. I have the laundry room down there. Off the second floor we go. This is Chapman's second floor. All the floors are pretty much identical, except for this wall, I don't have an apartment. It would be nice if I had an apartment on every floor. Where you're standing right now is a very iconic spot in Chapman. It's actually the Chapman elevator. We don't have an elevator, but we had a resident a couple years ago who decided to jump from third floor all the way down, tore his ACL, knee exploded, so he was coined as the Chapman elevator. It only goes down though, it never goes up. This is Chapman third floor. Chapman third floor usually has a connotation of being the crazy floor, troublemakers, very dirty. I think it's kind of funny that it's all in one spot. Fourth floor is pretty great, in my opinion. I lived on Chapman fourth floor for 3 years. One time as a freshman and 2 times as an RA. So I think this is the best floor, in my personal opinion. This is Doug the Shrub. He used to be in the bathroom until the janitor told us we had to take it out, but he'll live on forever in the hallway. You'll find anything and everything, a weigh-in chart. I think my weight was actually on here unless they erased it. I think we've gone through 3 exit signs maybe so far in a month. So we're kind of on pace for what it usually is. 2 years ago, I think we went through $2,000 worth of exit sign damage. The floor theme is important women. My personal favorite's my wife. They decided to put her up on the wall too. This is Sydney. Usually, I'd say this year, 4th floor is the most active floor. You'll find a lot of guys just in the hall at all times. Graham, what's up? You want to be in a video?
I don't have pants on. You might not want a video in here.
Put some pants on and come in this video.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to our room.
It's a little messy right now. As you can see, I was just like throwing the clothes under the thing.
I feel like you'll find anything and everything on 4th floor. It's never a dull day.
If you're ever checking the cams, Ben can tell you all kinds of stuff happens up here. Like,
Do you ever just watch back the security footage?
Oh, all the time. All the time. It was actually really dangerous. I got access this year. I don't think the RDs in the past had access, but it's just like an app on my phone. So it's like my new social media, and it's like so funny. Or I just like hop on, I'm like, what's going on the floor?
I cherish the random moments.
So I had a prop sword, and our friend Johnny like saw it and just became obsessed with it because he's like, oh, you have a sword, that's so cool. Every night he would come in, take the sword, run around and like swing it around a little bit. A few times he like got us to come and record him, and he would pick around the entire floor asking people for food items so that he could play Fruit Ninja.
I'm on 4th floor. We do a lot of crap. We've thrown down stuff down the stairway a couple times, you know.
Saw some guy stealing the door alarm signs and bringing it into the room. I saw a guy chucking a football at an exit sign and it falling on the ground.
They would like wrestle. A couple guys would pretend they were apes and fight each other. That was interesting.
I see some guy running up to the camera and start twerking.
I stepped out of my room and I kicked over a cup of water, and I was like, what the heck? And I looked around. The whole hallway was covered, like there was like this much space maybe in between each cup, was just covered with like the Luddy paper cups filled with water. It must have taken so long.
I was a freshman only 4 years ago. Like I was an RA for 2 years. Like I find this stuff funny too. I just like can't tell them that.
It's just a lot of fun. You know, it doesn't always have to be like all serious talky stuff. You know, you just have fun with friends.
Like I'm not like mad at them when they do things like that, but I'm like, okay, let's fix it, or like you may like get fined for it, whatever. Let's move past it. But it's also like keeping a straight face because like you also find it funny.
Chapman, you will always find fun if you look for it.
A Chapman tradition is chap to chap, and it's one of the most dumb things, but
Chap to chap is a staple of Chapman.
The best way I could describe it is an event where guys can be guys.
all the guys, we all get in our underwear and we run from Chapman Chap to the chapel Chap, out in the snow on the first snowfall.
Some people will have masks on or like different type of costumes on.
During Chap to Chap, it's kind of like an unspoken rule that Nesbitt's job is to throw snowballs at them.
There's just this whole line all the way to chapel, all the way back to Chapman.
It's just kind of funny. I think it's a tradition that kind of carries on. All colleges are going to have that. And I feel like if you really wanted to participate in those college activities, going to Chapman is a very good place for that.
I did not participate in Chap to Chap, but I did look out the window and watch everybody else do it.
I did do it. I almost didn't.
The idea of rubbing my backside on the chapel and running around campus in front of a bunch of conservative girls in my underwear wasn't a very appropriate thing to do on a Christian campus.
It's such a great experience to be able to experience that with a lot of your friends and like create that memory. Like, yo, remember we ran in our underwear in like 20-degree weather? Like,
if you're in Nesbitt, you'd never be able to run outside in your underwear. And that kind of sucks.
But living in Chapman Hall isn't always all fun and games.
One of the worst things about being in Chapman was just people throwing their stuff everywhere.
I feel like when you come here, I think maybe some kids, it's like their mom just picks up after themselves, and it's like now they're like living in their own filth.
Pretty much every week, over the weekend, somebody would decide they wanted to throw their cup of ice cream or their entire dinner from the 4th floor stairwell all the way down to 1st floor, like, and just leave it there. And it would start to rot and smell, and like, the dudes who come and clean weren't there because it's the weekend.
Obviously, you know, it's like, it's such a pain to walk down 4 flights of stairs and get to it, but really, it's like, no, it's really not, in my opinion.
The laundry room is terrible. I don't do laundry I don't.
I was definitely surprised at how many kids didn't know how to do their own laundry, or like would do their laundry and just leave it there for days. Yeah. Like actually days.
I don't understand how people just like leave clothes on the windowsill.
I try to spend as little time in there as possible because there's clothes everywhere. And you can't navigate the area without stepping on somebody's dirty sock.
We had one time, like halfway through the year, one of the toilets or something quit working and just started overflowing.
Well, I didn't get to see the old bathrooms, but the new bathrooms are very nice.
Like people leaving soup in the bathroom sink, who does that? Or like trying to flush their shoes down the toilet or their clothes down the toilet. Why would you? What goes through your head that makes you want to?
I would never walk on that bathroom floor barefoot. Otherwise, I think I would get like some sort of like foot fungus STD.
No, I was surprised at how many kids didn't wash their hands.
We're only 2 months in, so they still have like a lot of room for improvement.
Shout out to the janitors because they put up with a lot of junk.
With such messy living quarters, one must ask themselves the most important question of all. Do the men of Chapman really get any girls?
4th floor does indeed have a lot of riz, from front to bottom.
Every single time in open dorm night, you look at that little sheet down there, and you see like 1st floor, like a few girls here and there, 2nd floor, like none. 3rd floor, a few. 4th floor, there's like 40 girls.
And sometimes we're talking like 3 or 4 girls, something like that.
No floors have riz, except for the 4th floor. You know what I'm saying? 2nd floor has no riz, but 4th floor, you go up there, you can see girls up there.
They're sharing quite a bit of riz. I mean, they've rizzed me up sometimes, It's just how it is. So I really haven't, I've seen 1st floor get a couple girls, I don't know if it's all 4th, but.
Honestly, I would definitely say my guys, they're impressive. I know there's a couple guys on my floor, like they came in single, and within like the first couple weeks, they were already talking to a girl. I was expecting like, sophomore, junior year, like you get a girl, but like freshman year, okay. Ring by spring, maybe? No, don't encourage that.
The amenities in Nesbitt lend themselves so much more to inviting. I mean, you look, we've got, I don't know if you can see that, vending machines. We've got Nesbitt to go. Our lobby is built to have people over. There's people hanging out with the girls all the time here. And also during open dorms, it's popping. There's a lot of people. So I think there's a solid chance that you're going to be able to get somebody to hang out in our lobby more than Chapman's. I'll say that, yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend, and you shouldn't have asked that.
When it comes to getting girls, it's clear that Chapman and Nesbitt have a rivalry. But do the dorms really have beef with each other?
I don't really have beef with Nesbitt.
It started really like off the bat. As soon as everybody moved in, beef instantly started.
Nesbians suck.
They really haven't like raided us with Nerf guns recently.
The Nerf wars are a big thing. The Nerf wars specifically are one that I've seen happen a lot. And I participated in my freshman year. I think it's like a rite of passage for the freshman guys dorms to just do it.
Like I'll just be like chilling in my room or something, and I'll look out the hallway. Guys have like fully loaded Nerf guns from floor to floor, just ready to raid their entire building.
Like people do it because they're like, oh, this is a funny thing. Like we're gonna go raid Chapman or we're gonna go raid Nesbitt. That's thrown around a lot.
I can't say that I've been purely, away from all of that. Sometimes, whenever Nesbitt comes over and raids Chapman, I'll just hide in my room with a little pistol.
And of course, there's people who get super worked up over it. Like they take it really seriously.
Go Chapmen. Yeah, get out of here, Nesbians. You think you have a place at Olivet? Nope.
But I think for the most part, stuff like that is done sort of just as like a bit.
Get out of here. Get in your little spaceship. Zoom.
I mean, like, honestly, I don't have to debate it that much because it's so true. If you walk in Chapman, you just know it's better.
It's just nice to have a little bit of a rivalry because there's only 2 freshman dorm buildings on campus, and it's these 2. And Nesbitt feels like they got a chip on their shoulder because Chapman's got bigger rooms, bigger halls, and all that.
Bigger hallways just to mess around, hang out with people, get to know people. Bigger rooms, you can do crazy like bed stacking on dressers on a desk and just have a lot of fun that way.
And Chapman just thinks they're superior than the little Nesbians over there.
Call Nesbitt the Nesbians. Take with that what you will.
My first go-to whenever somebody is like, like Chapman's way better, it's just that we have air conditioning.
We have better bathrooms than they do. We just got renovated bathrooms.
I was actually just looking at Nesbitt rooms and kind of thinking like it kind of looks cozy to stay there. It's not that bad on the other side. So
in Nesbitt, there always seems to be a sense of community.
The dorms, both the different styles of community have different strengths for different types of people.
Chapman also has that sense of community. So I guess I'm not arguing for Nesbitt.
I don't know. Chapman's just better.
But yeah, in Chapman you can triple bunk beds, and in Nesbitt you have air conditioning. So whichever you prefer, whichever's more important to you.
Chapman is definitely the best dorm, 100%.
There you go. Even with beef between them, one thing that Chapman and Nesbitt clearly agree on is that Chapman Hall has a very strong sense of community.
My first year as a freshman, like moving from like just being a high school student to college and just making that jump, that's a big jump in life, and trying to figure out the person you want to be.
In public school, people don't really want to talk to you or communicate to you. There's a lot of little cliques, I guess, and it's really toxic not being in a Christian environment sometimes.
This year, everybody's just been out and about, like wanting to connect with people, wanting to get plugged in.
It was fun, like having so many friends, like just so close.
Everybody wants to get to know each other. Everybody wants to get to meet each other. Everybody wants to love each other.
One of the nice things was just, if you're bored, you just knock on somebody's door and hang out. You go to Taco Bell at like 11:30 at night.
I'm still very close with the guys that I met.
I don't know, I've met so many great people, and I've met so many people who's so faithful in Christ.
I'm a lot less connected to the dudes on my floor now in my apartment than I was last year.
After being here, and after experiencing what Chapman's actually like, there's so much community here. It is just a smaller part of what Olivet actually is.
It makes it easy, my role as an RA, easy, just because like the guys have been so awesome. So they've just blown my expectations away.
You're gonna make lifelong friends if you come to Chapman.
I've never been in a better community, in a tighter community for when I've been living somewhere than here. It's really nice here. Yeah.
Elijah and I, our common theme that we like to do for the floor is like we want everyone to be involved.
You know, like I came into Olivet without, like I was the only person in my graduating class that came here. So like there's just people that don't already have those connections, don't have someone to sit with at dinner, that can have someone to sit with in Luddy that usually would just sit by themselves.
And so a lot of the events that we try to create, we want it to be something where everyone can enjoy, something that they can go to, and overall just a place where they can just feel comfortable and meet other people.
Tonight, Claude is hosting a movie night for First Floor in the planetarium.
The event was a brother-sister floor, so it was nice to see guys from Chapman First Floor and girls from Parrott First Floor just interacting.
Unfortunately, in classic Chapman style, everything is going wrong.
This thing's bugging out, it's not working.
Oh, the only problem with that is we have this plugged into the projector, so it should automatically transfer the sound.
Okay, what if it doesn't?
Dude, your picture's not coming through.
Actually?
Might be my end.
It's going to be with the exercise, and we can just watch with subtitles on.
So what was going through your mind when you got in there and realized that there was a chance the movie wasn't going to be shown that night?
Oh man, I was heartbroken. Like I was doing my best to try and figure out like how to fix it, because we've been planning this for so long. Like we wanted it to happen. Like there's so much planning that went into it, and the thought of it not being able to work out as we planned, it was hard for me and Elijah because we want the guys to have something fun to do. We were doing everything that we could to get the audio working, get it playing, and eventually we got it. So it was a win in the end. The best thing about it, I was telling Elijah this, but being able to see like all the faces of the guys just like light up because the movie, like the audio started playing, like the movie started happening, like you could tell like it was something that they were anticipating just as much as we were. Just see that expression on their face, just like, oh my gosh, like I'm here, this is happening, like I've been waiting for this, like I can't wait to watch this movie. Like that's just the best feelings that you can get, because you feel like you accomplished something and you feel like this is a memory that they could potentially refer back to.
The Chapman RAs play a pivotal role in the lives of their residents. But what exactly does that role entail?
Being an RA and RD are very similar. It's first of all a ministry.
I look at being an RA more as a ministry than as a leadership role.
I really saw it as a ministry opportunity to not only like get out of my shell a little bit more and hang out with the guys, like pour into them, invest in them, just talk with them at room checks, but also just invest in them spiritually, like lead Bible studies. I just saw it as a really cool opportunity.
Ultimately, I want to be able to share his love with the guys on my floor and make an impact that way.
But it's two things. It's a ministry of presence, So being an RA and RD, just like being around, having people see you, see who you are.
I've always been a leader. I volunteered for a lot of different nonprofit organizations back home.
But it's also a ministry of shared experiences.
As I came to college and I was a freshman, I was just, again, like lost, confused, like I didn't know like what was going on, like I was nervous, I just moved from home. Like
just being with them, just being present, doing funny things together, having events.
I really feel like this is something that God wants to place me in because he knows that I can make an impact on the guys on my floor and even just guys on other floor in Chapman.
I really enjoyed just like the relational aspect of like the person who's in charge, I guess, like wants to have kind of a relationship with you too.
No matter which dorm you go to as well, you're gonna have RAs that are gonna care about you and love on you, and they're gonna be there to support you as you grow in your relationship with Christ, support you as you go through school during a huge transitional period.
I feel like in my time at Chapman, it definitely helped, at least a little bit spiritually.
I think we're slowly like becoming a building of like godly leaders.
And I actually do think that there's like a good community there of like Christ followers and people who are trying to like further their relationship with God.
There will be guys that are so invested in their faith.
People can look too much into the craziness of Chapman and like the rule breaking of Chapman and stuff like that, that a lot of people don't see that there's a lot of people here that do have a heart for Jesus and do really, really care about that.
I've seen flyers around, I haven't made it to one yet, but I've seen flyers around for the Chapman Nesbitt like worship nights.
So basically a guy named Elliot started it. He's on 3rd floor and he just kind of got together a bunch of guys, started posting stuff around Chapman. He just wanted to create a space with just like guys worship where it's just guys there and we can all just have like community together.
And we went to the first night and it was really acoustic. It was really, small and, tiny, but it was really, big in the Lord. It's really like pure, Hopefully it's a tradition that goes on forward, maybe other freshmen will pick it up.
Chapman Hall, like having a collection of guys like that, it's what makes it one of the best dorms because of just the great experiences that you'll have with a lot of the guys here.
The stereotype says otherwise, but the evidence also says otherwise. The evidence is it's present. They're doing stuff over there.
The culture of Chapman really changes the way we see the world and the way we prepare ourselves for the world outside of college.
It's exciting. It's cool. It's cool to see. It's cool to see change in a whole year, how someone grows and changes.
It's safe to say that Chapman Hall isn't always the tool shed that people make it out to be. From silly traditions to impactful worship, the Chapman community has something for everyone. But this is just a small glimpse into the lives of the Chapmen.